Hi, and welcome to Las Vegas Advisors Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is December 15th, Wednesday, and we are coming to you. I am in Los Angeles and Anthony is in Las Vegas. So this is not necessarily going to be the new format. This is just when all parties are in different parts of the country.
Yeah, Zoom. We're doing a Zoom meeting, and we're doing a Zoom update is what this is, I guess.
Exactly. So, Anthony, how's the weather in Vegas?
The weather is it's cold. It's cold. Yeah. And maybe that's because I have no pants on. Zoom, we can say whatever we want, but
yeah, that's true.
It's very chilly out there. It's sweater weather at best, and jackets really for the most part. We're down in the 30s and 40s.
Yeah, same here in LA. It was 30s, 40s last night, and I got to tell you, I see more Nevada license plates. Maybe it's because I've moved to Nevada and become a resident, but I've seen more Nevada license plates driving in LA than I've seen in a very long time.
I wonder why. Why would they be going there? I don't know. I mean, why would they leave? Why would they leave Vegas to go to LA? I don't get it.
It seems like it's been the other way around a lot lately, right? A lot of Angelinos moving to Vegas, a lot of everybody moving to Vegas.
Really. So anyway, we thought about skipping, but there's just so much news this week. I mean, there's just some big things happening. So here we are. We're going to give it a go.
Yeah. Okay. So first up, the biggest news and what I think is the coolest news is Super Bowl 2024 coming to Las Vegas.
Right. Super Bowl 58, I guess it'll be.
Right. Now, what does that mean for the city, Anthony?
Are you kidding? Everybody's going crazy right now. I mean, everybody's just jumping out of their shoes. The Super Bowl, every Super Bowl traditionally is one of the two biggest weekends in Vegas, along with New Year's Eve, New Year's weekend. And I mean, it's huge when the Super Bowl is being played somewhere else. So just think what it's going to be like when the Super Bowl is here. I mean, you're going to have between 300,000 and 400,000 people here, maybe between 400,000 and 500,000. I mean, everybody is going to stream in here, both to go to the game. You're going to have 75,000 people at the game, and you're going to have another 250,000 people just coming into Vegas to hang out. So it's going to be a gigantic party. It's going to be a gigantic impact. Everybody's just freaking out, excitement around here.
Absolutely. And I hope that it's going to be the first of many, because, what way better to have the Super Bowl than in the gaming capital of the entire world?
Well, it's so strange the way that everything is, the journey that it's taken. It was just a few years ago that the NFL wouldn't even recognize Vegas. You couldn't even call it the Super Bowl. You had to call it the big game if you were advertising a party or something. And now they're embracing the city and bringing it here. So it's a really big deal. It really shows, it's a microcosm of how the whole sports betting and gambling thing has done an about face and has been accepted.
That's very interesting and also very exciting. Moving on, the Mirage sold its operations to the Seminoles from Florida. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, we talked about this a few weeks ago, that MGM had made a statement that they were going to sell the Mirage. Not necessarily, well, they're not selling the property and the real estate and the building. They're holding that in their real estate trust, but they're selling operations. So it will no longer be an MGM property. It will be another Native American property. And that's the third one in Vegas, following Virgin with Mohegan Sun and the Palms with San Manuel. So this will be the first one on the Strip to be a Native American property.
And the Seminoles also, they're famous for having all the Hard Rock casinos, I believe, in Florida.
Yeah, correct. So we're going to have another Hard Rock brand. All right. Just after the Hard Rock left, after all these years, became Virgin, we're going to have another Hard Rock brand with the Mirage. It's going to be a big makeover. I mean, they're going to turn it, it's not going to be anything like the Mirage, which is the casino. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago too. The casino that basically changed Vegas, and it's going to turn into a Hard Rock with a big guitar out front and the whole deal.
Wow, that's super exciting.
I like it. Yeah, I like it. It's good news. It's another new operator. I mean, every time you break into that, every time Caesars or MGM sells a property to a new operator, it's good news. It's more competition.
Right. Also, in other news, the McCarran International Airport has changed its name to the Harry Reid Airport.
Yeah, Harry Reid International now.
Okay.
And, this is kind of important. McCarran started serving I guess it opened sometime in the early 40s, but it began, taking flights in and out in 1948.
Uh-huh.
So it's been McCarran International for all of these years, and no longer will it be referred to as that. It will now be Harry Reid International Airport.
Okay. All right. And do we have any background on Harry Reid, why it was named Harry Reid?
Yeah, I said, they named it Harry Reid because Harry Reid's been kind of a favorite son of Nevada. He was, I believe, a 5-term U.S. senator from Nevada, longest running, senator from Nevada ever. But the real reason it was changed is because, evidence came out or information came out that apparently Pat McCarran, who was also a senator, was, apparently known for taking racist stances and things like that. So he was, said to be a bigot of sorts. I know nothing about it. I don't know, but that was the reason. And, once this information came out, a petition went out to change the name, and they came up with Harry Reid.
Okay. Harry Reid, man of the people. There we go. Okay. So last week, we really talked a lot about and featured ADELE being like the most expensive and sought after ticket in Las Vegas, but we have more information on that now. Anthony, what do you think about the ticket prices when it comes to this ADELE show?
Okay, yeah, we speculated that the prices were going to be sky high, and they pretty much are. Ticket prices have been announced. The cheapest ticket in the nosebleed seats is going to be $316.
Okay.
And I believe that's base price. I'm certain there's going to be taxes and fees attached to that. So we're looking at whatever, a $350 ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Decent seats, let's say you want to sit on the main floor somewhere, we're looking at between $700 and $900 a piece.
Wow.
So that's a $2,000 bones a night, man, for a date, 2,000 bones a night.
Yeah.
And it goes all the way, it just keeps scaling up until you get to the VIP areas, in the orchestra section, you're looking at 4,500 and maybe a little bit more than that. So, probably about 350 is the best you're going to be able to do. And that's like sitting as far away as possible in the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace beginning in January.
Right. So it's the hot ticket in town. And if you want to be there, you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to save up your shekels.
Yeah. And we also mentioned, I believe last week, that you've got to be, show both proof of vaccination and a recent COVID test. So you got to pay in a lot of ways, man. You got to jump through a lot of hoops if you want to see ADELE.
Yeah. And what's interesting, because when we posted this last week, I think you and I both kind of came to the consensus of like, yeah, ADELE's great, but it's, there's probably at that price point, there's probably other concerts we go see. And then in our comments board, there were a few people who are like, no, you guys are wrong. Like, this is ADELE. Like,
yeah, I know. Well, it depends on how you feel about it. I read one comment in a news report where somebody said, I love ADELE, but I don't love her that much. So, it's going to boil down to people who have that kind of money and they want to do a once in a lifetime thing. It's easy for them. But for the average person, people don't want to pay $500 to $1,000 for a night out, I don't think.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll go see Matt King, man.
Go see who?
I'll go see Illuminate at for $40 at the Strat, or Matt King over at Excalibur.
Yeah, definitely. So is Mac King back at Excalibur?
Mac is back, and he is playing at Excalibur. But Mac King had one of the best deals in Vegas. It was like $15 for a show ticket and a drink, and that deal is not running. And he's only playing like one date a week right now. So Mac's not really back, but he does have a presence again over at Excalibur.
Okay, so if you're interested in Mac, you can look him up and see when he's playing at Excalibur.
Great show.
What's that?
One of my favorites. It's a great show. Matt King puts on a great show.
Yeah, it's a family show, if I remember too, right?
It was really good.
Family, funny, magic, and I remember it came with free drinks. I don't know if it still does, but yeah. Okay. Now this week we are going to do our Survivor contest update. And this has been a crazy week, Anthony. Why? Why is this the craziest week ever?
Well, it's not really. I mean, the craziest week ever is the week that I lost. But no, I mean, that a really big favorite loses. You got 23 people left as of last week, and you have 23 people left as of this week. So you had 23 people who picked right.
Yeah.
And that's not that crazy. I mean, if you're talking about 100 people that pick right or 200 people, that's pretty wild. But now from this point forward, you've got a lot of good players with that are smart and know what they're doing. and not that many of them. So you're gonna, maybe have a week or two like this one where nobody goes out. Well, think about it. When it gets down to 5 or 6, you probably have a couple of weeks, 3 weeks more, that people don't go out.
Yeah. Well, no, I see how you keep your gamblers cool. But when I saw that info, I was like, that's crazy. It went like a week with nobody getting, out. So
23 people got it right. That's not too wild.
yeah. Well, 23 people got it right. And if you're following the competition as we are, then we'll see what next week has in store. We'll see how many people get the axe next week.
Yeah, I think that something's going to give in the next couple of weeks, because Christmas is a week of its own, just like Thanksgiving was. So there's going to be people that are down to some lousy choices, or maybe only one choice, and some people will start getting knocked out.
Yeah, but it is exciting to watch, and we'll keep everybody updated. Moving on to our jackpots. Jackpot of the week is really fun. It says, "Dear Anthony and Andrew, my name is Gino A. and I am 58 years old. I am a Brazilian dude born and raised in Sao Paulo, and I arrived in Las Vegas on November 11th to spend 30 days playing poker and visiting this amazing city. During my first 10 days, I played mostly bonus poker and double-double for quarters. Since the losses were bigger than the wins, I decided to lower my bets to 10 cents and 5 cents and try a different game. Double bonus poker. On November 21st, a sunny and beautiful Sunday, I left my hotel to visit the Gambler's General Store on Main Street, where I bought a copy of Bob Dancer's book, Video Poker for the Intelligent Beginner. Then I headed to the plaza, and after a few minutes of playing, I was dealt an ace king of spades, and then after holding both cards, boom, a royal flush popped up on the screen. While I was in Brazil waiting for the borders to open, I was watching your videos, and I kept thinking about hitting that royal flush and having it featured on your channel. So grant me the honor to have my first royal flush, and I will be thankful."
Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. So, yeah, I guess he was watching other people's jackpots and said, boy, I wish I could hit one in Vegas. And he did. It's $400, but it's all relative, right? It's, it's still 4,000 coins.
But that also goes to show you that those royal flushes, they come. So keep them coming and keep sending them our way, because it's a lot of fun to see them when they come in.
Right.
All right. And speaking of Bob Dancer's video poker book, Anthony, we have a Christmas catalog. Can we speak about that for a minute?
Yeah, we're going to, we talk about a book or something that we publish here. And, right now, I think the best thing we could tell people about is the Christmas catalog that we have, because people who are looking for last second, gifts, stocking stuffers, things that they can download, gift certificates, things like that, they're all in the catalog. So, you want to take a look at everything we publish, all the different products, the strategy cards, the books, the video poker software, all of these things are in the catalog. And we always get a rush at Christmas time, because people go, oh man, what am I going to get for so-and-so? Oh, he likes to gamble. Why don't I get him a gift certificate? Boom, that kind of thing.
Right. And then the other thing, just to mention, is that there is the Las Vegas Advisor yearly coupon book. And since it's December, you are probably, going to want to pick up that book and use the coupons before the end of the year, if it makes sense.
Or just order for the new year. I mean, that's what people do a lot, is they buy that as a gift as well, and then they get the coupon book for an entire year. So yeah, we're working on it right now. Working on coupons. We're kind of in the same boat as last year. It's difficult. The casinos are difficult to work with, but we're going to have a product. We're definitely getting some of the better ones back. We lost a few. We're getting a few new ones, and we'll have that all arranged probably. Maybe by next week, we might be able to tell you what's in it, or for sure in 2 weeks.
Very exciting. Very cool. At the end of each episode, we like to do a little mask update. Anthony, what's going on with the mask situation in Las Vegas?
No changes from last week. The mandate is going to be extended into January for sure. I will tell you this: the more I walk around in casinos, the fewer people I see wearing them. It's almost like people are just kind of starting to blow it off a little bit. And I mean, still, you're, by the letter of the law, you're supposed to wear them. But once you get inside, it's quite relaxed in most places. Not everywhere. Walked into the Mirage the other day, which will soon be the Hard Rock. Not soon, in a year. And And I saw a security officer right there talking to people, telling them to put their masks on. So it kind of really depends on where you are, but officially you're supposed to continue to wear your mask.
That's right. And if I think we said, and we mentioned this last week, if you don't have a mask and you go to the casino, they will give you a mask when you get there at most casinos.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who that's where they stock up. They go to casinos and they take 2 or 3.
Right. I'm one of those people.
Okay, there you go.
Admit
I didn't want to out you, Andrew, but okay, yeah, that's true.
I'll admit it. I sometimes take an extra mask for the road.
Okay.
That's it. If you like what we're doing, please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Go ahead, send us your big hits to the email address listed below. That's it for this week, and we will see you next week.